child, it's time to talk about Nicki Minaj. So for the past, like, I would say week and a half, Nicki Minaj has just been on this smear campaign of everybody who she really don't like, okay? She's putting out these quote unquote diss records and calling them all fun and games, going on the radio and saying, oh, I thought it was a joke, I thought it was cute, going on radio shows and on Instagram and dragging Safari, which I don't even understand like why she's still on that shit, and shading Cardi B. And everybody is in the public wondering, like, what the hell? What's wrong with Nicki Minaj? And I'm wondering how it's not clear for everybody to see what's wrong with Nicki Minaj. She's tired. She's fed up. She's getting older, okay? And she's kind of jealous of Cardi B. So some people think that she isn't jealous of Cardi B, but let me just break this down to you right quick. Okay, so how would you feel if you were the only female rapper in the game for years? I'm talking about years. If anybody ever did try to come into the rapping industry, kind of like Iggy Azalea, or, those couple of times that, Little Kim tried to make a comeback, they would get slaughtered because nobody was checking for them like they were checking for Nicki Minaj, and she would just always prevail. So how would you feel all of a sudden a rap bitch come in and take all of your shine? Okay, she got the personality, she got the bars, which are way harder than yours, she has the look that society deems suitable. She has the rapper boyfriend that's kind of her equal or above her equal, because let's be honest, the Migos been doing their damn thing. She has the social media following, and the people love her, and she has her little quirky sayings like and stuff like that, and everybody wants to be around Cardi B. The whole industry loves this one person, and you're just on the outside looking like, well, what about me and my green ass lace front wig? So y'all stop trying to act like y'all don't know why Nicki Minaj is mad when it's very clear she's jealous of Cardi B, okay? Now, if we break this down, Remy Ma did try to come at Nicki Minaj, okay? She tried to come at Nicki Minaj right before Bodak Yellow dropped and right before Cardi B blew up. The only thing about this is, as popular as Remy Ma is, she has never had that much success as a rapper. I don't know if it was her getting locked up. I don't know if it's, the colorism that we suffer in the U.S., and in the industry. I don't know if it was Fat Joe. Listen, I don't know why Remy Ma is not bigger than what she is, but for some reason she never took off like Nicki Minaj took off. So when Remy Ma dissed her, since you're really not selling no music, it kind of wasn't that big of a deal to Nicki, okay? Everybody's like, you need to reply. And Nicki Minaj is like, why? I got more money than her. I'm more successful than her, and I'm more popular than her. Point blank, period. So Nicki Minaj really didn't have to say anything back, whether you think that it was a coward move or not. On the charts, she's beating Remy any day, and in popularity and notoriety, she's beating Remy every day. So what happens when Cardi B comes and everybody kind of turns their back on Nicki? Now, nobody was checking for Nicki when Bodak Yellow came out. Nobody was checking for Nicki when Cardi B basically had the Shade Room, Fashion Nova, and a whole bunch of other blog sites, in the palm of her hands. Just, anybody, even Bruno Mars made her a star. She was performing everywhere. Cardi B was everywhere, and nobody was checking for Nicki Minaj. Do you guys remember when Nicki Minaj did that social media hiatus? And everybody was like, where's Nicki Minaj? Because they just looked around, after being sucked in by Cardi B's web. They kind of just looked around like, well, where's Nicki Minaj? And she was nowhere to be found. She feels like you guys turned your back on her, okay? She said in plenty of interviews that she felt that way. And she also felt like Cardi B didn't come out and give her the kudos that she was supposed to come and give for Nicki Minaj being the number one rap bitch in the industry. But I feel like Little Kim asked for that same, gratitude, sis, and you kind of mocked her and said that she couldn't get an interview to save her life and blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't know if Little Kim paved the way for Nicki Minaj like a lot of people try to say, but If you were expecting Cardi B to come out and say your name during her popularity, why couldn't you just come out and give, Little Kim a little bit of notoriety? You said her name in one or two interviews or whatever, but you really didn't say anything about her. And then Cardi B was just doing her own thing, okay? I don't feel like she needed to mention you, but you were salty about that. So ever since then, if you guys have not noticed, Nicki Minaj has been throwing major shade, throwing the rock and then hiding her hand like that nothing happened, and she's not apologizing for the crap that she's saying. I'm not talking about just now with her social media rants. I'm talking about back when Motorsport came out and she was throwing so much shade and then trying to cover her hands and stuff, and Cardi B got on the radio and said, look, I don't know what the problem is. Then Nicki Minaj went on her little Twitter rant and said, I don't have a problem with Cardi B, I just, she should have, talked to me before she came out or some crap like that. And then y'all, faked, made up or whatever. And then there was this wild story on the Wendy Williams show that Nicki Minaj had actually sent Cardi B like a $10,000 like baby shower gift or something, which was false. And I feel like it was made up by somebody on Nicki's team, because Nicki is always throwing the rock and covering her motherfucking hands. Now, anybody, and I mean anybody, can see that it's just green-eye jealousy. From the moment that Cardi B got a platform besides Love and Hip Hop, Nicki Minaj had a problem. I don't know if she had more of a problem that Cardi B came from Love and Hip Hop and so did Safari. And, she can't stand Safari. She can't stand Mona Scott. She can't stand DJ Self. So is it the fact that she came from Love and Hip Hop, or the fact that she's just another female rapper in the game who came up but debuted at a much higher place than Nicki Minaj? But she never sit back and think. Has she ever sat back and think, oh, the reason why Cardi B took off better than I did in my debut is because times have changed. Social media is running the world. Love and Hip Hop is an extremely popular reality television show. Cardi B is extremely entertaining to watch. She almost got in a fight every single episode of Love and Hip Hop, and it paid off. And quite frankly, people want somebody else to listen to besides this bubblegum rap of Nicki Minaj, okay? She never sat back to think of all of that. She just immediately started hating on Cardi B, and I don't appreciate it. And some people think that actually Safari started the beef. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but Safari did an interview where they asked him a simple question. They asked, do you think that Nicki Minaj is intimidated by Cardi B? And he was like, yeah.
Do you think she got Nicki sweating?
100%, because I know how she is.
Now that was Safari on Everyday Struggle. Now, if you ask me, all Safari did was tell the truth, because he does know Nicki Minaj. After being in a relationship for 10 years, you kind of know somebody. And Cardi B definitely had her sweating at the time, and still does. For some reason, she just can't shake it that she's not the only female artist in this game anymore. Let it go, okay? And I think that this past year, her not winning the BET Awards really got to her. But again, since it was Remy Ma who won the BET Awards this year, it really didn't faze her. For some reason, she's not coming back at Remy Ma, and people don't understand why she's so upset at Cardi B, but she's not upset at Remy Ma. For one, she doesn't want to lose another rap battle that she cannot win, okay? Because people are getting tired of the line, oh yeah, but I sell more records than you. Guess what? We're getting tired of that. Now, do a diss record against Cardi B and let's see what you say. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Ain't nothing you can say about Cardi B because she's America's sweetheart. Charlamagne said it himself. Cardi B is America's sweetheart, and that has Nicki Minaj all in her feelings. Listen to me, this is Cardi B's personality. You can't buy this right here. Nicki Minaj has been in the game for about 10 years, and she has never had this kind of personality, okay? She doesn't laugh. She doesn't joke. She doesn't have weird noises, okay? Except when she's doing that weird Roman's Revenge thing where she just looks creepy, okay? So there is a lot to hate on Cardi B with right here. It's not even about looks. It's about career, personality, and who America has chosen. And even though Nicki Minaj's album was at number one, this is old supporters. Everybody knew pretty much likes Cardi B and doesn't understand why Nicki Minaj has a stick up her ass. Let's be honest. So if this last little Twitter rant where she went in on Safari was supposed to be her loosening up her buttocks, I think it failed, okay? We want somebody that we can play around with, not somebody that's gonna stab somebody to death, supposedly, okay? And then turn around and call their ex-boyfriend a bitch on Twitter. I don't think that's what everybody was saying when they were like, Nicki Minaj, loosen up a little bit, okay? But I also know that she has this new Queen Radio, whatever the hell that is, and she's just trying to promote for this radio show. Now, I don't know who's going to listen to her daggone podcast, but she had a lot of material to go on where she was talking crap about DJ Self and Safari. Now, honestly, I just think that all of this was promo for her daggone album and radio. And Safari said it himself, like, you get in a Twitter fight with me the day your album drops. Okay. I don't know what Nicki Minaj is scared of. You know, she's not falling from grace. People still love her. So these tactics, they just got to stop. And stop hating on this fresh young girl out here just trying to get some coin, okay? You're almost 50, okay? If you don't want to pass the crown down, y'all can share it. Because Cardi B ain't going nowhere. So, that's my time, y'all. Tell me what you think.